June 23rd, 2020. And for today's daily news. In countries keeping the coronavirus at bay, experts watch US case numbers with alarm. As coronavirus cases surge in states across the south and west of the United States, health experts in countries with falling case numbers are watching with a growing sense of alarm and disbelief, with many wondering why virus-striking U.S. states continue to reopen and why the advice of scientists is often ignored. It really does feel like the U.S. has given up, said Sunixi Wells, an infectious diseases specialist at the University of Auckland in New Zealand, a country that has confirmed only 3 new cases over the last 3 weeks, and where citizens have now largely returned to their pre-coronavirus routines. China's actions over the past week stand in stark contrast to those of the United States. In the wake of a new cluster of more than 150 new cases that emerged in Beijing, authorities sealed off neighborhoods, launched a mass testing campaign, and imposed travel restrictions. Meanwhile, President Trump maintains that the United States will not shut down a second time. Although a surge in cases has convinced governors in some states, including Arizona, to walk back their opposition to mandatory face covering in public. Some European health experts fear that the rising US case loads are rooted in the White House response that has at times deviated from the conclusions of leading scientists. Okay, so here let's see how many new words, which I don't know. Let's see. First I know surge, S-U-R-G-E, surge, and saw. It's all recently. I really saw a lot of these 2 words, surge, saw. It's all. Another one is rocket. What's that one? Rocket. What that? Rocket something like that? Up? No. And next one, wonder. Wonder we use a lot. That's a virus striking, means virus striking. Largely, most of the parts, largely. Routine, our daily routine. My daily routine, learn English, several sentences, French, and something like this. The daily routine. And stand in stark contrast to, their dark stones stand in stark contrast to the white snow and ice. Stand in stark contrast. It's completely, on the opposite side. In the wake of, follow. Dolphins sometimes play in the wake of the boat. Follow. A cluster of, a group of, means a group of. A cluster of dolphins, a group of people. Emerge. Okay, appears. Emerge. This fish, big fish, emerged from. Emerged in the water, and they choose, emerged. Authority, seal off means close. Windows are usually sealed off. Launch means carry out. running, a new tax was imposed on fuel. No, sorry, it's a wrong example. To launch an attack, launch a rocket. Impose, also we use many times. Imposed on fuel. Shut down, close also, shut down. Convince. I'd convinced myself that I was right. I make myself believe I'm right. I convinced myself. Convince. Mandatory is force something to make it. No, mandatory. The offense carries a mandatory life sentence. Mandatory. Okay, something is mandatory. Wearing mask is mandatory in the public. Face cover your face. Case loud, the total case, the doctors and the nurse and some other people are handling. Be rooted in. Where's the root? I think that we can use the stem from or the same thing. Where's the cause or the reason? Root cause. Be rooted in. At times, from time to time, sometime, at time. Deviate from. He never deviated from his original plan. Deviated, that means just leave the original course or track, a little far from this course. Okay, today's daily news.